right, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Motivational Moment in the Morning. I am Porshea Wilkins.
And I am Jarrod Wilkins, excited about your future.
We are excited that you are with us on today. Do us a favor, would you please? Sow a seed and share. Hit the share button. We're excited. We're here Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time for 20 minutes of power and inspiration to help you start your day off on time and on top. You can follow us here on the When Dreams Collide page on Facebook, so make sure you like the page. Join the When Dreams Collide group that we have here as well. We have our Purpose Masterclass that's going to take place on Tuesday, August 28th at 7 o'clock p.m. specifically for our VIPs, our Vision Impact Partners that are part of the When Dreams Collide group. Is 100% free to join us. Just go ahead and click join for the group. That's it. And then follow us on Instagram at When Dreams Collide. We are on iTunes. For Motivational Moment in the Morning is on iTunes. It's on SoundCloud and on YouTube. You can also watch the replays on demand on our website, WhenDreamsCollide.com. Make sure you subscribe while you're there. We send all of our VIPs who are subscribers and group members content and information first, news, announcements, resources, all of that. So you want to make sure that you subscribe and connect on our website, WhenDreamsCollide.com. Click MMITM, which is short for Motivational Moment in the Morning, and you can get your moment when and where you want it. Honey?
Absolutely. You know, I'm excited about today's broadcast. I'm excited about today's topic. And so what I want you to do, if you have been touched, if you've been inspired, you've been cajoled or motivated through this series that we've, obviously launched through this season. Season 2 of Motivational Moment in the Morning, or even Season 1. If you have been just really blessed by it, I want you to do us a favor and share the message with someone else. I need you to post it on your walls. People will scroll through your pages and they'll see this information, and you have no idea what it can do for their life. So I want you to share that message, partner with us. It's so easy for people to click share and send when it comes to something negative, something political, something divisive. But how is it that possible or even impossible for us to take something or take the time to share something positive with the people that we care about? So would you do that for me? Please, ma'am, please, sir, would you share this message? We're getting ready to get started. We're almost there. We're literally 60 seconds away. I can't get started until you share it. These numbers need to go up because we don't do this for our health. We do it for yours, okay? So go ahead and share the message. We're excited that you've joined us this morning. You could be anywhere in the world today, but for some reason, we have allowed our dreams to collide with yours, and so we're excited about your future, excited about this morning, and most certainly excited about you sharing this message with someone that you know, someone that you care about, and even someone that you don't know that's in pain. We're excited about it all.
Also, of all the messages that we've shared, we see all the comments and stuff on the videos, which we absolutely love and appreciate. But keep us posted. Keep us posted on how things are creating shifts, for you in your life. What are some of the revelations that you've experienced from some of the things that you've received from what it is that we're sharing? It's encouraging to us. It's inspiring to us, and it also assists us on, getting clarity on the path and the journey for this platform and what God has called us to do in this season. So make sure you like the When Dreams Collide page right here on Facebook. Join the group as well, and then also make sure you follow us on Instagram. Go ahead and subscribe to Motivational Moment in the Morning on iTunes, SoundCloud. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have Motivational Moment in the Morning on demand, so your moment when and where you want it, on our website, WhenDreamsCollide.com. Subscribe when you're there as well.
Go ahead and click share one more time. Come on, do it for us, please. Please, ma'am, please, sir. If any of these topics have been a blessing to you and your family, I know many of you ride to work watching this. Some of you're at work right now with this plugged in. Some of you are getting ready for work, dropping the kids off, whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you, it's nighttime because this is broadcasted obviously all over the globe. And so let us know where you're chiming in from, where you're broadcasting from, what city, what state. what country. If you're live with us, just write live. We'd love to interact with you this morning. And if you're watching the replay, just type replay so that we know you have joined us, and we can definitely communicate with you there. But
also, real quick,
yes.
shout out to all the kids that are watching.
Yes.
A lot of the parents tell us that their kids are doing the commenting for them while they're driving them to school. So if you are in middle school, elementary, middle school, high school, whatever, and you are in the car with your mom, your dad, your granny, your uncle, and you are watching us on today, look at you being all wonderful and stuff. Getting fed before you go to school. I love it.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely love it. So shout out to all the kids out there watching.
Absolutely. Big congratulations to all of you parents that are involving your children in what's going on. But I want to say good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, kings and queens. Good morning, students of excellence. Good morning, vision carriers. Good morning, family. Good morning, VIPs, Vision Impact Partners. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I am excited about your future. Yeah, did you hear me? I said I'm excited about your future. And that's why I want to talk to you from a thought this morning. I'm being tested.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm being tested.
Ooh-wee.
You know, oftentimes, ladies and gentlemen, life is really just a series of testing. You know, whenever it is, even for those of you that are in school, if you can remember, those of us that went to school, whenever it's time to be promoted to the next level, you were encountered and had to face a test. Testing doesn't mean that you are wrong. Testing doesn't mean that you're bad. Being tested doesn't mean that something is falling apart. It really means that something great is coming together. I'm being tested. Now, I didn't say testing feels good. I'm not saying that testing, you're excited about the test. Some of us, if we're not understanding and don't have the wisdom and the resolve, we can get frantic and begin to panic when it's test taking time. I'm being tested. Would you share this message? You become frantic. There are different students that have to go through the same course. They've had to endure the same trials and tribulations. We're all going to be tested. Maybe you're being tested in your marriage. Maybe you're being tested, listen to me, in your business. Maybe you're being tested in your health. And here's what happens. If you've never been exposed to other people that have had to take the test to go down the course or to pass the course that you're on, it will catch you by surprise. Right. And many of us, if you remember, used to have what they call in school pop quizzes. Uh-oh. Yeah, pop quizzes oftentimes showed up in class by that teacher that you didn't like.
Right.
You were upset with that teacher because you didn't feel as though it was test-taking time. You didn't feel as though it was time to be tested in that class or in that season, and that's why it's called a pop quiz. Can I pop up in your life for just a brief moment and tell you, right now, I know you didn't plan for it. I know you didn't prepare for it, but you still are going to be promoted because of it. If you understand what I'm saying, you may not have planned for the pop quiz. You may not have planned or been prepared for this pop quiz. You weren't prepared for him to walk out on you. You weren't prepared for him to leave you with the kids. You were not prepared for the business to fall apart. You weren't prepared for those people to lie, cheat, steal. You weren't prepared for them to attempt to sabotage your reputation, because they cannot sabotage your character. But I'm here to tell you that even though it popped up as a quiz on your schedule, it's a part of God's agenda.
That's right.
There are many of us, if you recall, in school, you would get your course curriculum. And on that course curriculum, there were some teachers that told you on the itinerary when the test would be. You knew after you had studied chapter 1, 2, and 3, a test would be taken. And so what we would often do, some of us, not so focused students, what we would do is we would just kind of go through the class. You would go through the class, and if you were anything like me, ladies and gentlemen, what you would do is you would just, take it casually. That's why Bill Bailey said this. He says, if you treat life casually, you will become a casualty.
True that.
If you treat the course that you're on casually, you will become a casualty. Would you share the message, please? I'm being tested. And so you would treat it casually, and you would wait, like I would wait, till the last day. The night before, you would do what many of us do. And I know some of you, you're ace students. You were always prepared. I know you would always plan for it. I know some of you, you were excited about the pop quizzes because you studied, watch this, chapters ahead. But for some of us that had other things we were dealing with, for some of us that played basketball and football, for some of us that were just playing the field, for some of us that just weren't focused on the course, but we were focused on other classes. I want you to understand that it doesn't mean that we didn't take it seriously. We were just taking it casually.
Right.
I want you to know this morning that the test that you must take is necessary for the path you must walk. Would you share this message? I'm being tested. I'm being tested because it is through my testing that I become triumphant. It is the testing of my time. It is the testing of my talent. It is my test that qualifies and authenticates my very existence. Testing, the test that I must take allows me to pass the class and the course that I'm on. Ladies and gentlemen, can I say this to you? A faith that has not been tested is a faith that cannot be trusted. A person that has not been tested is a person that cannot be trusted. A pathway that has not been tested is a pathway that cannot be trusted. The reason why you trust people with your life, the reason why you trust people with your secrets, the reason why you trust people in business is because they have been tested. I can only be vulnerable with people that have been tested.
Right.
I can't open myself up. Watch this. I can't give myself to you until I know you've been tested. Are you listening to me? I'm being tested. There's no better story that I can give you than the story of Job. Job in his time was a wealthy man. He had chattel, he had houses, he had acreage, he had a wife, he had a family. And watch this. Job, because of the prosperity financially and physically and emotionally and relationally, the devil says, God, the only reason why Job loves you, the only reason why he cares for you, the only reason why he's committed to you is because you haven't allowed me to test him. And God tells the devil, he says, oh, you can test him, just don't touch him. You can, oh gosh, I heard you. I'm not even going to go there. He can, they can test you, but they cannot touch you. You can test my reputation, but you can't touch my character. You can test my work, but you can't touch his ways. You can test who I am, but you can't test what I am. In other words, I'm being tested. And so here's Job. Job hadn't done anything wrong. He was being tested, listen to me, because he was living right. Would you share this message right now for someone who's been living right? I know you thought you did something wrong like me. I would scratch my head and say, man, what did I do? What did I say? Did I make them feel this way? Did I give off the wrong energy? Was it something I posted that they misappropriated and decided to extrapolate and create a whole motion picture film and have me starring in a movie that is a horror movie I didn't sign up for? What did I say to them? What did I do? And you begin to question all of your own ways. And those of us that are not too proud to say I've made a mistake and my mistake is what qualifies me for my ministry. If you're honest with yourself, you lay down at night, sometimes with tears coming down the crevices of your eyes. Your heart is hurting because it's bleeding and leaking because the people that you have sought to serve are the ones that seem to sabotage. The ones that you have sought to serve are the ones that you seek that have sought to sabotage you. And I can just imagine Job He's done all he was supposed to do. He's practiced the principles so he can participate in the promises, and he was still being tested. Can I say something to you? The reason for the testing is not only so you can pass, it is so that people that will take the class after you can see a shining example of someone who was an A student. Can I say something else to you? A passing grade doesn't mean I'm perfect. Oh, shucks, you missed the revelation. A passing grade doesn't mean I'm perfect, because not all A students were the only ones who passed. You know what happens in class? B students pass too. Yeah. And if you ain't careful, C students pass as well. I never forget when I had this sneaky suspicion that came up when I was going through geometry. And I was going through geometry. It was tough. It was rough. Not only was geometry tough and rough, but so was algebra, because algebra is not a mathematical equation. It's not 1 + 1, and I can imagine Job having to pass algebra as well. And maybe some of you, you're going through an algebraic equation. Maybe right now you're attempting to figure out, how in the world do these letters match this math? How in the world does m squared, how is that going to manifest in my life? And you're attempting to put all of these things together like Job did. And for me, I wasn't the best student, but I showed up consistently. I wasn't the smartest in the class, but I showed up. Sometimes I showed up tardy. Sometimes I showed up late. Sometimes I showed up tired. Sometimes I showed up frustrated, but I still showed up. And I never forget, I got a D. Oh my goodness. I got a D in the class, and I thought, oh, it's over for me. But can I say something to you, ladies and gentlemen? A D is still a passing grade. For those of us that are being tested right now, no, you didn't get an A in the test. No, you didn't pass it with flying colors. You weren't always nice to nasty people. For those of you that didn't get a B in the class, you weren't always there around them basic, people. For those of us that didn't even squeeze out a C in the class, you couldn't see your way out. You couldn't see how it was going to happen. You couldn't see how things would come to fruition. But for those of us that showed up even while we were sick, that showed up even through the frustration, that showed up even through the partying, that showed up through the testing, I want those of us that showed up and got a D to know that you still passed and you're on your way to destiny. I'm being tested.
All your D students, don't give up. D is for don't give up. Don't give up. Your graduation day awaits. I want you to write this down right now. The pop-ups prepare me for the promise.
Wow.
The pop-ups prepare me for the promise. Those
That's
pop-up
good.
tests, they're
Good.
just preparation for the promise that's going to come later. It's preparation for the real test.
That's right.
It's a little sample of what to expect to get you ready. See, the pop-ups are so good because it's not the real deal. Because it's not the full test. You can begin to do some countermeasuring. Go back to the drawing board. Do some more planning. So that when the real test shows up, those pop-ups were the preparation for you for that real test, which gets you to the promise, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. So be grateful for the pop-ups. Be grateful for the out of the blue. What you mean? How? We were just cool yesterday.
Right.
What happened?
I didn't do that.
I didn't even do nothing. And here's what I want you to know. When you take those pop-ups and when you take those tests, it is the most annoying time. Because nothing is being said. You hear from God every day, all day. And then all of a sudden, when the tests show up, he ain't got nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
And that's a test within itself. Do you still trust him? Do you still trust? Because he's omnipresent. He's everywhere at all times.
That's right.
Just because you don't hear him doesn't mean he's not there. Just because your teacher isn't talking during the test doesn't mean she's not sitting in the classroom with you.
That's right.
The teachers are always quiet during the test.
Watching.
They do all their talking to prepare you for the test.
That's right. That's good, baby.
So if he's not talking to you, that means it's test time. This
Wow.
may be a pop-up.
Wow.
So you need to revisit all that he's told you in the past.
That's right.
Because that is what needs to be applied now. He's speaking
That's
in his silence.
Wow.
Silence can be misunderstood, but never misinterpreted. It can be misunderstood because you can assume.
That's right.
You can assume because you can't hear him that he's not there.
That's right.
But it can never be misinterpreted. You can't say he said he's not going to be there for you because he's silent. The pop-ups prepare you for the promise, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
James chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. Consider it nothing but joy
Joy.
whenever you fall into various trials and tests. Be assured, here's why you need to count it all joy, because it's the testing of your faith through experience.
Wow.
Nobody, see, a person can talk you out of what you think.
That's right.
They can talk you out of what you believe.
That's right.
But they can't talk you out of what you know. And if you take a child, for example, if you tell them, hey, the stove is hot,
Wow.
they may believe you.
Right.
But they're not going to know until they touch the stove and experience it themselves.
That's right.
That it, mama was right.
That's right.
It is hot. See, the experience will prepare you for what everything else can. What you don't receive in the words, the experience will get you right.
That's it.
You understand?
That's it.
So the testing of your faith through experience, it produces endurance, which is giving you staying power.
Right.
Because your last test wasn't the last test.
At all.
It's going to happen again. Here's the thing about history. It always repeats itself.
Always.
The difference when it comes back around is you. If you grew from the last time, the next time it happened, it won't affect you the same way.
That's right.
Now, if you keep going through the same stuff and it keeps affecting you the same way, you, sir, you, ma'am, are not growing.
At all.
Okay, so that should be a neon light flashing in your brain. I got some work to do because I keep going through this and it keeps affecting me in the same way.
Yeah.
But when it comes up again, because of your past experience, if you learn, you should be able to pick up. But like, nope, I've seen you before. Now I'm good.
Right.
If that kind of dude is your kryptonite, do you need? I know your type. You is trouble for me. You understand? So that's what history does. It gives you the opportunity to grow, but the endurance, which leads to spiritual maturity and inner peace.
Yeah.
You need to let the endurance have its perfect result and do a thorough work, so that you may be perfect and completely developed in your faith, lacking nothing.
Lacking nothing.
The tests are for endurance, so that you can become spiritually mature enough, so that as you mature, you know, man, okay, you don't do the same stupid stuff.
That's right.
You don't do it. You don't let people do the same things to you that they used to do.
Correct.
You have to use wisdom.
That's right.
Now, if you take this test, and the teacher will always hand you back the test, grade it.
Always.
It will show you what you got right and what you got wrong.
Yeah.
The purpose of them returning the test graded is so you now know what you need to work on.
What you missed. Yeah.
What did you miss this last time? Did you even know to study for that?
Wow.
There are going to be some things that happen after the test that you're going to be like, wait, once you get the test back and you get the results, you be like, man, I didn't even prepare for it. I didn't even know to prepare for that.
Wow. Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of times teachers will throw in those monkey wrenches in the test. They'll throw in that uncommon thing that's for 6 chapters ahead just to see how prepared and ready you are for what's to come.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're being tested. Also, one thing about tests, and I had this when I was in school, they had Cliff Notes. Cliff Notes not going to work for you here, boo.
No.
The Cliff Notes are not going to work. They're not going to work for this course. You can't shortcut it. You got to study the full book.
That's right. The full.
You got to study the full book.
Yeah.
You can't water it down. You can't take bits and pieces from it and be like, okay, yeah, nah, I like this part, so I'm just going to use this part.
Right.
No, you got to take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Every single bit of it. You can't change your own season, but you can position yourself for a seasonal shift.
Wow.
You can't change your own season, but you can position yourself for a seasonal shift.
Wow.
If you know that the test is going to come, listen, just know that they are, because they are a part of life.
Yeah.
If you're not being tested, you're not living. You're not doing anything. You're not moving. You're not progressing. You're regressing if you're not being tested.
Very true.
So you can't change your own season, but you can prepare yourself for that seasonal shift.
Yeah.
Because as you shift from one season to the next, there's that space of time, right there, during that time of shifting where things can get convoluted. They can get confusing.
Yeah.
The enemy can creep in as a crack. For the enemy has the opportunity to creep in, and if you're not careful, he can take you out and sabotage you getting to your next season.
He can.
That's why these tests are important. And the last scripture I'm gonna leave you with is 1 Peter 4:12. It says, "Do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal or the test that you're going through, because the test is to qualify your faith."
Wow.
The tests are to qualify you for your faith. Don't think of it as something strange or unusual.
At all.
Don't you be expect it.
Yeah.
When you are going through a test, don't think of it strange. Don't think of it unusual.
Wow.
But know that you are sharing in the suffering of Christ.
That's right.
And we are sharing like he in his suffering, then that is positioning you for the promise.
Absolutely.
So that when his glory is revealed, you can be joyful in it. You can be excited about it too.
Yeah.
There's nothing like getting to the other side of the test
Not at all.
and realizing you passed.
You passed it.
And I've had those moments where it was like, when I graduated college, it was the D- I got in history.
Wow.
That got me out of college.
There it is.
I prayed about it. I don't think I was fasting then, but I did pray. And so I was like, I cried so hard on graduation day because I got out. I passed the test. I got out. I graduated. It was close.
It was close.
But I made it happen. It was tough, but I got through.
Yeah.
I was nervous, but I made it.
Made it.
You're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be doubtful.
Yeah.
You're gonna be worried and concerned. But if you keep pushing and you don't give up.
That's right.
You will get through the test. Because if God changes where you are before changing who you are first, you will always go back to where you were.
Wow.
Did you hear me? If God changes where you are before changing who you are, you will always go back to where you were. I'm being tested.
I'm being tested. That's why the old saints used to say, I know he's all right. They didn't ever say, I think he's all right.
Right.
They didn't even say, I believe he's all right. They said, I know he's all right. And I questioned for a long period of time why they would say, I know. They said, I know, because they had experience and they had passed the test before. After you get to a place of being tested, then you'll be promoted. And your testimony will be, I know he's all right. God bless you.
Yes.
God bless your families. And God most certainly bless your dreams.
Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you share this message with everybody you believe that it will impact. Join us in the group When Dreams Collide for our Purpose Masterclass. That's going to take place on August the 28th at 7 o'clock p.m.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendar. Make sure you like the When Dreams Collide page. Head on over to our website, whendreamscollide.com, and subscribe. Make sure also you go ahead and subscribe on iTunes. SoundCloud, and YouTube. So you can get your motivational moment when, where, how, ever you want it. You understand? We're making it available on all platforms to everybody. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, make sure you share this message. If it was a blessing to you, you received something from it, share it now.